Many homeschool parents cringe when they hear about teaching science at home, imagining all those experiments and all that mess. It isn't everyone's cup of tea, but it's an important part of homeschooling. We might wing it during elementary, but what about those homeschool science labs for middle and high school? We all hear about them. Are they really important, and do we need to cover them? Thankfully, there are solutions for everyone, from setting up your own science lab at home to considering virtual labs like college prep science. Hello everyone, this is Laura from monkeyamount.com with tips and reviews to help you make the best decisions in your homeschooling journey. If you're new here, consider subscribing. This video is part of a blog post, so for more details, check the description below to go to my website. College Prep Science is the sponsor of this video. Please note that all College Prep Science's classes and labs are presented from a Christian worldview. In today's video, we'll talk about homeschool science labs, why they are important, and how to find solutions at home or online depending on your preferences. As we all know, children learn best by doing. This stays true during middle or high school years when it comes to science labs and experiments. I feel that labs are important and shouldn't be skipped for lots of reasons. Labs help children understand difficult concepts which are harder to grasp only by reading from a textbook. It's easier to remember an experiment you participated in than to recall a dry textbook definition. Labs develop critical thinking. By using the scientific method, children need to investigate, analyze, infer, and so on. By doing labs and experiments, students learn how to safely use science apparatus like a microscope, density cubes, or a Bunsen burner. Doing experiments and presenting their findings will improve science literacy. They need to use scientific terms to describe the processes taking place and their findings. Science labs help with brainstorming ideas and asking the right questions or finding solutions to problems. I also feel that experiments and labs play an important role in building resilience and patience. A failed experiment isn't the end, and learning how to properly manage your emotions and take further steps when things didn't turn out as expected is an important part of growing up. Nothing compares to having a real science lab and a real teacher to guide it. But since that's not always possible when homeschooling, you could also make a lab at home or find a nearby class or co-op that offers one. I love the idea of having my son spend science quality time with like-minded kids doing experiments all day long and learning the proper way to set them up or to take notes. Unfortunately, we live in a remote area where not much is available to us. An option for those families lucky enough to have these close by are the in-person labs or camps. For example, College Prep Science offers camps for pre-med and marine biology. These camps are perfect for Christian families and will be filled with hands-on science experiments and labs, and your kids will be learning science from a college professor. Nothing you do at home could ever compare to that. In these one-week camps, children are guided by a former college professor, Greg Landry, that has been teaching homeschool science for over 20 years. What better ways to learn science? I know that making your own lab can be a costly affair, but we invested in it over the years. Of course, this still won't compare to a well-equipped school lab, but it comes pretty close. For the elementary years, you can begin with gathering simple supplies that you have lying around. The best way to go about this is to first choose a curriculum and see what experiments they suggest. Make a list of supplies and just gather everything up in a science box to use for the year. Our first box had things like measuring tape, a kitchen scale, measuring cups and spoons, popsicles, droppers, beakers, tweezers, Q-tips, filter paper, magnets, paper clips, gloves, science goggles, food coloring, vinegar, baking soda, oil, salt, sugar, cornstarch, and so on. Other useful things to have when teaching elementary science are models and manipulatives. I will quickly go through the ones we loved best. The links to all of them are in the description below, and you can read more ideas on my blog. Squishy human body. We still love our squishy human body, and we've been exploring the human body with it for over 5 years now. happy atoms. For the elementary and middle school kids that love chemistry, this set is a must. They can build their own molecules and scan them to find facts and see them on a 3D online model. Cell models. These cell models are great for exploring inside a cell, and my son loved using them. Life cycles and solar system sets from Safari. I love the variety they offer, and my son explored a lot of the natural world by using these sets. Origami organelles. For middle school and beyond, origami organelles are an affordable and quick solution to understand difficult concepts. These are paper models that you just print at home and glue together to create your own science manipulatives. Moving on with science, you might want to upgrade your home lab. I've done this over the years, slowly adding to the tools of our homeschool lab. Some of the tools we have now are a microscope, density cubes, petri dishes, bacteria kits, molecular models, electricity kits, melt science kits, which we love, lab glassware, pulley kits, optical experiment kits, Arduino, dissection kits, dissection specimens, and a scientific calculator. For those unlucky ones among us that have nothing interesting going on in the area, for those that have a limited budget and no science background or energy to clean up the experiment's mess, you will be happy to know that you can do labs virtually online. College Prep Science offers virtual online labs that are perfect for Christian homeschool families. Here are 10 benefits of using online labs for your homeschool science. 1. No materials. You don't need to buy expensive lab materials and lab supplies because everything is virtual. Number 2. No extra curriculum. You don't even have to buy a textbook because everything is inside the labs, including the steps you need to take to successfully complete an experiment. Number 3. Zero mess. It's online, so no more dreaded experiment mess and cleaning up afterward. I know many of us hate the experiment mess, including myself. That's why we are always behind in doing our experiments. Number 4. No prep. No more running around the house gathering supplies for a lab experiment. Just log in, experiment, record your results, and log out. Number 5. Parent involvement is not needed. Some live experiments require adult supervision. Virtual labs aren't dangerous, so parents can step back. That means the kids have free rein in experimenting without ruining anything, without mess, without the parent being there to supervise. Number 6. It's an amazing tool to supplement your home lab. Even if you set up a home lab, there will still be lab materials you can't get for home use, or experiments at a larger scale, for example in physics. So these labs make a great supplement for your home lab. You'll see the car experiment in the demo lab in a moment. Number 7. Encourages college-style note-taking and reports. Result recording and reports are encouraged, so these labs are a great way to get into note-taking habits for science. Number 8. Encourages inquiry. You get step-by-step instructions on each experiment, but you can also experiment freely. There is no danger, and you can repeat an experiment several times and see how results change without worrying that you won't have enough material left to repeat the experiment. Number 9. It's free to test out. To see inside College Prep Science, you can get a free drive of their virtual labs and access several other freebies. You just need to subscribe to their page. And number 10. Only basic math is required. This is a big one because most of the advanced online classes and labs require at least pre-algebra, if not algebra knowledge in math. College Prep Science's classes and labs only require basic levels in math, which makes them accessible to almost everyone, including younger children that are advanced in science but not in math. You have 2 options to take the labs from College Prep Science: 1 week intensive or self-paced with 9 months access to all the labs. These virtual labs are great for parents that don't know how to tackle labs at home. With the intensive lab option, the children attend a 30-minute class with Professor Greg Landry daily. This includes lab instructions, note-taking instructions, and 10 labs. Students also get access to the recorded lab lessons. There are 2 assignments for students each day where they need to write 2 lab reports. The assignments are graded, and children will get more tips and help in improving their lab reports. The self-paced lab option offers 10 experiments for each subject: biology, chemistry, and physics. A full year of lab experiments should include at least 6 experiments with complete lab reports. So this program provides plenty of opportunities to fill that requirement. Students also get access to a video of Professor Greg Landry explaining how you should construe your lab report, and parents are given information on how to assess and grade these. So now that we've seen the benefits of a virtual lab, how cool is that? I will quickly show you inside College Prep Science's website so you get an idea of how it's set up. You can explore it at your own pace with their free access. When you open their website, you should get a pop-up that lets you subscribe to access the freebies. You will get a login and password that lets you test the virtual lab yourself. When the virtual lab window opens, you have to click on Demo Lab, and this will take you to the free version. The paid version will have several options of experiments in multiple science areas like physics, chemistry, and biology. Once inside your lab, you first need to turn on the lights. Then you put on your goggles and lab coat. I love that even in a virtual environment, safety comes first. On the left-hand side, you get a list of the experiments available to you. In this video, we are just having access to the free version. So we have one experiment available: average velocity and speed. When we select it, a full set of instructions will open up, including the steps you need to take and the experiment to perform. You will also need to have a data table ready to record your results. I love how this combines online experiments with note-taking in real life. So to perform our experiment, we first take the tools we need for it from this top left drawer named Demo Drawer. A small selection for Car Simulator will appear. You will have to click on it, hold, and drag it into Lab Area 2. When you hover over the purple car, you will get the play button option to start your experiment. All these steps and more are written down on the left-hand side throughout your experiment. After opening the experiment window, you can see that you get 3 options for the car speed: slow, fast, and very fast. You just need to follow the experiment instructions now and record your data. There's also a lab report requirement at the end of this experiment. Once you are done, you simply turn off the lights. I just love how easy the virtual labs from College Prep Science are. No mess, no stress, and everything your kid needs to do is right there. There's no need for parent involvement, extra textbooks, or even prior knowledge. To complete the lab experiments and blend them into a science curriculum, you could enroll in any of the College Prep Sciences classes. They cover a lot of areas including ACT Prep, Math, and Science, all from a Christian worldview. These classes focus on inquiry, and you can choose from live or self-paced classes. Both of these give you the option to email Greg Landry, the college professor behind all these wonderful materials, if you have any questions or need any help. I hope that homeschool science labs don't sound so frightening anymore, now that you see how many options you have available. If you have any more recommendations, I would love to hear about them in the comments below. And if you want to find out more about free websites to help with homeschool experiments, games, curricula, and even mentoring, head over to my website for a list of all these. Of course, I couldn't leave you without a parting gift, which you can also get from my website. I created a lab workbook with the scientific method explained, worksheets, graph papers for results, and lab sheets. You can download it for free by subscribing to my newsletter on the homepage or pop-up screen on my website. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, stay curious.